Welcome back to our channel, sports fans. Today we've got some exciting news trends coming your way from the world of American football. It's the clash of the Titans, the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Dallas Cowboys, and there's a lot to unpack. From roster updates to game predictions, we've got you covered. Let's dive right in. The Jacksonville Jaguars have been making some significant roster moves, bolstering their defense and adding some much-needed depth to their offense. With the acquisition of a few key free agents and some promising draft picks, they're aiming to turn things around this season. Expert Analyst 1. Absolutely, the Jaguars have made some impressive moves. Keep an eye on their newly signed defensive end, who's known for his explosive plays. Their offense also looks more balanced now, with the addition of a versatile running back and a solid wide receiver. And speaking of offense, let's not forget about the Dallas Cowboys. They've got their star quarterback back in action after a season plagued by injuries, and their receiving core is as dangerous as ever. Expert Analyst 2. That's right. The Cowboys' offense is looking incredibly potent with their star QB healthy again. And with their dynamic duo of wide receivers, they'll be a force to be reckoned with. However, their defense has faced some challenges. It's going to be interesting to see how they've addressed those issues. Now let's talk predictions. Both teams have a lot to prove this season. The Jaguars are aiming to climb up the ranks and establish themselves as serious contenders, while the Cowboys, as always, have high expectations. Expert Analyst 1. I think this game is going to be a real test for both teams. The Jaguars' revamped defense will give the Cowboys' offense a run for their money, but if the Cowboys' QB can connect with his star receivers, they'll put up some serious points. Expert Analyst 2. Agreed. It's going to be a close match, and turnovers could play a crucial role. If the Jaguars can force some turnovers, they'll have a great chance to pull off an upset. But if the Cowboys can control the game tempo, it might swing in their favor. We've been hearing from fans all over the country, and the excitement is palpable. Jaguars fans are feeling hopeful about their team's potential, while Cowboys fans are expecting nothing short of a dominant performance. Jaguars fan. Our team has been putting in the work, and this season feels different. We've got the talent, and I believe we can surprise a lot of people, starting with the Cowboys. Cowboys fan. America's team is back, no doubt about it. Our offense is unstoppable, and with the energy in the stadium, the Jaguars won't stand a chance. Behind every successful team, there's a strategic game plan, and the coaches play a pivotal role in shaping that plan. Both the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Dallas Cowboys have experienced coaching staff, each with their own unique approach. Expert Analyst 1. The Jaguars' head coach has been emphasizing discipline and a strong defensive presence. He's known for adapting to the strengths of his players, and that could be a key factor in this game. Expert Analyst 2. On the Cowboys' side, their head coach is a master at offensive schemes. He's got a knack for exploiting the weaknesses in the opponent's defense, and I'm sure he's been cooking up something special for this matchup. Injuries can significantly impact a team's performance, and it's essential to keep an eye on the injury reports leading up to the game. Let's see how both teams are dealing with injuries, and if any key players might be sidelined. Injury Analyst. The Jaguars have been relatively lucky on the injury front lately. Most of their key players are healthy and ready to take the field. However, the Cowboys have a few players on the mend, especially on the defensive side. It will be interesting to see if they can step up and fill those gaps. The excitement around this game isn't limited to the field. It's also about the passionate fans who make the NFL so special. Fans from both teams have been showing their support in various ways. From spirited tailgate parties to creative fan art and social media campaigns, the Jaguars and Cowboys fans are leaving no stone unturned to rally behind their team. It's amazing to see the dedication and camaraderie in the NFL community. This isn't just any regular game. It's a meeting between two iconic teams with a rich history in the league. The Jaguars and Cowboys have faced off in the past, and this rivalry adds an extra layer of excitement to the matchup. NFL historian. The Jaguars and Cowboys have met a few times before, and the matchups have been memorable. There's a bit of a underdog versus giant dynamic here, and that always adds some extra drama. It's fascinating to see how the past might influence the outcome of this game. Every game has those pivotal one-on-one battles that can sway the outcome. Let's analyze some key matchups that could shape the destiny of this Jaguars-Cowboys showdown. Expert Analyst 1. Keep an eye on the offensive line battle. If the Jaguars' defensive line can apply pressure on the Cowboys' QB, it will disrupt their passing game and give the Jaguars a significant advantage. Expert Analyst 2. Conversely, the Cowboys' offensive line needs to hold its ground against the Jaguars' pass rush. If they can provide protection to their quarterback, he'll have more time to make those crucial connections with his receivers. The roar of the crowd can be a game changer, especially when playing at home. The impact of the fans in the stadium can provide that extra boost to the players. Let's discuss how the home field advantage might play out in this matchup. Fan psychology expert. Home field advantage is a real phenomenon in sports. The energy from the home crowd can fire up the players, and it can sometimes be intimidating for the opposing team. The Jaguars will look to capitalize on this, while the Cowboys, being a renowned traveling team, will aim to silence the crowd early. Beyond just this game, the result can have a significant impact on the playoff picture down the line. Let's explore how a win or loss here could influence the trajectory of both teams' seasons. Playoff scenarios. Analyst. Every win matters, especially in a competitive league like the NFL. If the Jaguars pull off an upset against the Cowboys, it could provide a momentum shift that propels them towards a playoff berth. On the other hand, a win for the Cowboys solidifies their position as serious contenders. Fantasy football enthusiasts, this segment is for you. Let's take a look at how some of the key players from this game could impact your fantasy team. Fantasy Football Guru. This matchup features some fantasy studs, from star quarterbacks and running backs to elite receivers. Depending on your team's needs, there are some players here who could rack up the points. However, keep in mind the Jaguars' improved defense. It might affect the traditional high-scoring expectations. As the excitement builds, we can't help but anticipate the electrifying clash between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Dallas Cowboys. Key matchups, fan impact, playoff implications, and even fantasy football considerations, we've dissected it all. Be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for our post-game analysis and highlights. Until then, get ready for some gridiron magic, and may the best team emerge victorious.